Most people still think Bitcoin moves because of hype. But the real story in 2026 is something much bigger. For the first time in Bitcoin's history, institutional money is no longer testing the market. It's building permanent exposure. Spot Bitcoin ETFs changed the game. What started as cautious adoption has turned into a global accumulation phase. Funds, corporations, family offices, and sovereign-level capital are now competing for a limited supply of Bitcoin. And that supply is becoming tighter every single day. Remember this: there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. And by 2026, over 95% of all Bitcoin will already be mined. At the same time, millions of coins are permanently lost, which means the real circulating supply is even smaller than most people realize. Now combine that scarcity with growing institutional demand. That's where things become explosive. But this cycle feels different for another reason. The market is maturing. In previous cycles, Bitcoin was driven mostly by retail emotion: fear, greed, leverage, speculation. Now, the market is increasingly driven by long-term capital allocation. Big players are not buying Bitcoin to flip it next week. They are positioning for the next decade. And while retail investors panic during volatility, smart money keeps accumulating quietly. There's also the macro environment. Governments continue printing currency. Debt levels keep rising globally. Confidence in fiat systems continues to weaken. Bitcoin was built for this environment. A transparent monetary network, fixed supply, no central authority. That narrative becomes stronger every year. And here's what most people still underestimate. Bitcoin doesn't need everyone to buy. It only needs a small percentage of global capital to move into scarce digital assets. That shift has already started. The real question is not whether Bitcoin will experience volatility. It will. The real question is, who is accumulating while everyone else is distracted by noise? Because history shows something important. Every cycle, people wait for certainty. And every cycle, certainty arrives at much higher prices. 2026 may become the year the market fully realizes that Bitcoin is no longer an experiment. It's becoming a global macro asset. And if that happens, a new all-time high may only be the beginning.